Hello again, everyone. I am back. And gonna up my microphone volume real quick. Just a little bit. There we go. Going to play my 1-1-6 world for just a minute. Or the server for just a minute. To show off Kelly's thing. I'm not gonna do another Streamwatcher ping. But there's an announcement that is not using the ping because, well, there. I will use the ping because I think people might actually miss it if I don't. And gotta remember to change over to the Minecraft view. There we go. And actually open up the chat so people can see. There. Okay. Our crops have grown a little bit, but they have not finished growing. Some of them have. I don't care. We've got a fuck ton of seeds. The middle ones didn't work. What the fuck? That should be working. That's coming out. That's coming out and then stopping? Oh my god. Where'd the Enderman go? That's weird. I will have to tell Kelly what's happening. That may be server weirdness. Where'd the Enderfriend go? He's already hurt. I'm just gonna put him out of his misery. Hey, Dr. Foxtrot. It shouldn't be too short pulse. It was working fine for Kelly minutes ago. The weirdest thing is that it's coming out and then disappearing after it's already coming out. See? It's shooting back up, which may be server weirdness. Did Enderfriend come down here? Morning, Chris. No, Enderfriend did not come down here. Yeah, my only guess is server weirdness. It may just not be registering the signal long enough. Hey again, Dragon Spartan. Yeah, that Enderman just disappeared. Unless he's outside. Oh, unless he's up in the redstone contraption. Anyway, I will let her know. But for now, I'm going to switch to 1-6-4 and tell her. Just let her know. Less addictive than TV tropes. Uh-huh. I highly disagree with that. Come on, go full screen. Minecraft. Right. 1-6-4 is weird about full screen. Just gotta make sure it actually worked on the stream. Black screen, and there it goes. Single player. My world. Wait, what? This isn't my... This is a different pack. Shit. Wrong pack. I don't remember making that pack. Wait, no, I do remember making that pack. I tried to make another version of it that was going to use Enviromine. That's right. I want the one labeled Server Test AM2, not the one labeled 164. Hey, Master Red. Have a good night, Dragon Spartan. So I also realized that I've still got 3 bottles of beer that are relatively cold because they've been in my room, and my room is fucking freezing. I have a Victory Winter Cheers Hazy Wheat Ale, a Troganator, and a Porter. And if I wasn't Pennsylvania enough already, I have a Troganator and a Victory. I'm going to start with the Victory because it's a weird seasonal thing. I've had this sitting in my room for like 2 weeks. Just full screen Minecraft now and give it a second to load. Not the worst beer I've ever had. There are other seasonal, which is also like, I did not realize how strong it was until after I started drinking it. Is better. Right, I was here to get... I was trying to lead those chickens back because I wanted... I needed feathers for the padding for the plate. Hi, chickens. No, you too. You too. Come here. Yep, all 3 of you. Ooh, both kinds of mushrooms. Where'd number 3 go? Oh, here we go. Come on. Both of you. I can still make this work with only 2, but I would like all 3. Alright, get up here. Because all 3 means I get to breed them a tiny bit faster. I did not remember that I haven't played this world in a couple of weeks because I've been playing with Kelly. I did not remember that what's the word? What are words? I'm only a sip in and I already can't find my words. Can't wait for Saturday to come along so you can sit down and drink a little more than your share. Butter schnapps. I have never been a fan of anything harder than like 20%. Because the moment it goes above, and this is roughly 20%, no matter what flavorings are in it, all I taste is hand sanitizer. No matter what the liquor, no matter how it's been flavored, all I taste is hand sanitizer. Hey, Easy Cheese, welcome back. I am playing my solo world now. I want to put shaders on this pack for myself at least. Definitely not for everyone because or definitely not like necessarily as part of the pack because not everyone can run shaders even on old versions of Minecraft. Come on. There you go. Side note, I want to show off again that my skin is great and looks cool. Because I really like this skin. And I'm glad I got it working on 164 again. I had the wrong Optifine installed for a while. I've basically just got a bunch of free-range animals roaming down here, so I need to breed these as much as I can so that I don't need to worry too much about them wandering off. Gonna be breaking as many of their eggs too. Come on. Hey, there we go. And chickens will drop a few more blocks because they fly. Well, not fly, hover. I'm just gonna get them to around the base of where my home is. God, I wish I had that Zinch filter that I used as a ready to... Oh my fucking god, you idiot. I have no blocks with me. Guess I'm rescuing a chicken. Hi. Both of you. Come on. Come on up. God, chickens. Here we go. Following me? Good. I need to get back before the minotaurs start spawning. Because I've seen a couple within roughly this radius of my base. Because I think I'm far enough away from world spawn that they're starting to spawn out here now. Oh, wait. Actually, more serious are skeleton knights. Because I'm above level 35. Minotaurs are more personally lethal than a skeleton knight, but a skeleton knight immediately calls all undead to your area to murder you. Come on. There we go. I'd pick my eternal service, which Chaos God. Trick question, because if you start... Because... what's the Vermintide line? Careful, Crowbar, for if you begin to decide which one is worst, you may be tempted to side with the least. Or for when you rank evils, when you rank evils by which is worst, then you may be tempted to side with the least. What was it? That Nurgle fella, just as bad as the rest of them. Crowbar, are you mocking me? No, sir. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. I've played too much Vermintide. Oh, shit. Yeah, they're close enough to my house that I'm not super worried. I'll try and get another seed. There we go. Where'd the other one go? I had 2. Oh, there's number 2. No, you... No. Get back up. Get back here. Get back here. Right here. Chickens given live birth. Chickens given live birth. Trick question. Happy Great Horned Rat Day man thing. Oh no. But it's not Great Horned Rat Day until the 25th. I do need some water. Okay. Something hurt my dogs. No, they're both fine. Weird. I'm thinking of growing trees in here to act as a roof temporarily. Or I thought about it. I don't know. There's my horse. I need a whole fucking bunch of feathers, though, so I need to get as many seeds as I possibly can. It's actually Sanguinor, you know, that uber long holiday in the Imperium. Actually wasn't aware that the Imperium had an uber long holiday like that. Cool. Do I really not have any normal Minecraft seeds? Great. And I don't have a hoe either to start making a farm, because I initially wanted this top area to be my farm. But I think I may actually make my farm like down there-ish. I'm gonna make a bronze hoe. Should also make a bronze mattock. Alright. Put on this hammer and tongs. Oh, my tongs are pretty beat up. May need to make new ones soon. Bronze. I think I have all my plate set, I want to say. Maybe not. I might have all the steel that I needed or something. No, I was still making more steel. Where's the fuel? There it is. Okay. Right. We need to start with bronze. Where's my flint and steel? Or any form of lighting tool I've got. Tinderbox. I honestly thought that I had gotten most of the... What mod pack is this? Hey, Caius. This is my personal pack. It's kind of a mess. Sanguinor lasts 5 months. I know there's also... What is it? The, I can't remember what it is. Vermintide uses it for Halloween events. But that's also Warhammer Fantasy Battle and not Warhammer 40k. I don't know why I made all 9 of these, because I definitely don't need this. I'm just gonna let this go. Alright, so first we need a hoe. So those are strong hafts. We need regular hafts because this is... Why did I put iron in that chest? Oh, that's right, because I was just throwing things in chests as quickly as I could. Because there was an... What was that? The Skeletal Knight, I think. So everything's all over the place from that. There's my other tinderbox. There's my gun. Alright, we need to start by making some more hafts. That's gonna make more padding. Didn't make any padding yet, did I? Or maybe I did? Where would I have put it if I had? Chests are a fucking mess now. I have not played in way too long. Okay, I guess I didn't make anything with padding. Let's drop that there. Drop this here. Bone needle. Should also make a... Oop. Yeah, I'll make 7 for other stuff. Because I may need... Ooh, I should probably put the rotten flesh in here too. What shouldn't be in here? Alright, let's start. Ooh, food. And seeds. Bones, I think I'm going to put in here. Regular arrows in there. Okay. Let's see. Sar heard an interesting theory. Sanguinius wouldn't have died, nor the Emperor mortally wounded, if Malcador was sent to face Horus during the siege of Terra. Malcador was proven to hold up well against multiple Primarchs. Also on most worlds, tithe lasts between a week and a season, so Emperor's tithe time is also a holiday. Okay, I'm gonna start making a hoe. And then we need a mattock. Which is like that. Yep. I should really put all of the stuff I've been doing in this world in a playlist. I only got a hoe and a mattock. Take this off, put this back on. That'll let me make a road. And this will let me make a farm. Where'd I put my buckets? Throw in one of these. And this one? No? Like, I know I literally have to have a bucket. I just need to figure out where it got put. Oh, here. Only one bucket, huh? I mean, that's not a big problem. I live right next to water. Wasn't Horus's psychic ability on par with the Emperor's? Kind of. Yeah. Let's see. Could use the mattock for this. The mattock is a little faster than straight digging like this, but it's not much, and it doesn't have a ton of durability for being bronze. Theme of baldness versus getting punched in the face by the Emperor. Oof. Hey Meowcat, welcome to the channel. I'm glad it's giving you good vibes. As I trip over my words. I'm really happy with how chill everything's been around here lately. It did not always used to be this way, but I am glad that it is this way now. I might actually have a shovel back at my base, but you know, I don't really care tonight. Actually, no, I want to level it down in like 2 more layers. I do care. I do in fact care after all. Whoops. Yeah, I gotta make a road down this. Can break this one. Oh, yep, I definitely need a shovel, actually. Wait. What? Oh, wait, no. It's on this side, of course. I do not have a shovel. Meaning... 1, 2. Oops, this is gonna go meh on the durability front. Yep. Solve your problems like a true anarcho-primitivist. No. Wait, I did have a shovel? What? Ah. No, there's no shovel in here. There's a mace, which may have been... Unless I put it in one of the other shovels, which is also very possible. I almost said also very popular. No. It was... You probably saw the mace, which does look oddly similar to a shovel. It's okay. Happens. Gonna... Oop. I've had popcorn stuck in my head for the last, like, week. Gotta get my axe. What are the stream's chat rules? It does not have any particular rules. It's small enough that I can basically just say... the stream chat around here is small enough that I can basically just say, be polite to each other and, have that be enough, thankfully. Don't like how this is looking. So nope. Oh, and the reason it does that is because if I want to, I can change what texture these are by taking a block and taking it to the road. Which, one of my favorite features of this mod. Okay. So then I think... Actually, if I do that... There. Kind of want this to meander around a little, so I'm gonna actually bring it around here. I would prefer that you not, Solar Lancer. Most of the Trader Primarchs were bald, with the exception of Magnus, who had some really sweet hair. looks okay, or a little better once grass grows back in, but like, it looks okay. Actually, I'm going to put that away. Make these the ones that go down. And then bring it over just a tiny bit. Yes. Oh, actually, it would be better if I went the other way. Because it meanders more this way. Particularly with my little additions here. I want it to go down these, so I'm going to need these two. Nope. I'm going to need to extend it just a little. I think I should worry about the pathing first and then make it look natural after. Unless, what's a good way? Oh. Yes. Whoops. There we go. Oh, or now that I've done it that way, yeah. No. Or yeah. I like this. Whoops. There. Now I have this nice meandering pathway. I have not been looking at chat. What the fuck is happening? I can't scroll up with the game tabbed in. Something about Grug. Grug hitting neighbors in the head with her eye. Didn't Fulgrim have dashingly silver hair? I've been told that Tau marksmen are good to get in, because they're long range, powerful, and cheap. Um, I would not call this kid friendly, but I would also say don't spam. Ah, what I missed was a wog. Yeah, dirt slabs are just like really good for these long meandering paths this way. It's gonna lag a bit while I go full screen again. Because old Minecraft does not handle full screening well. And I can also pave this with other shit. If I wanted to do cobble. Ooh. I want to do a crude cobble brick pathway. Or cracked stone. This is crude cobble brick. Do you folks in chat think it would look better? This path would look better with crude cobble brick or cracked stone brick? Oh, pronouns are she, they. Thank you. Right. Crude cobble? Yeah, it looks like a good stone. It looks like a good walking stone. Yeah, cracked stone bricks do also look awesome, which is the reason I'm asking, because I like the look of both. And I think both would look really good on this pathway. So I'm just not really sure. I'll do one of each, because I can always redo them. So I'll take one cracked stone. I'll just turn these into crude stone brick. Oh, it doesn't... Watch. I'm gonna go down here. And it changes a chunk of stuff. Gotta change the stuff that's under those, but... Changes a longer... Yeah, I don't actually like how this texture repeats. In large. It looks good as an accent. But with that many, it doesn't look great. Yep, this, I am using, all of this right here are features of a mod called Mind Fantasy, which is the reason that this is a 1.6.4 pack instead of a more modern pack, because this mod never updated past 1.6.4. There was a sequel mod for 1.7.10, but it was very different and had a very different feel. I think this one's probably... And I really preferred how the older versions felt. There. I've got this long... Then... Gonna grab some more to fill in these little spaces beneath the slabs. It still has the dirt. Oh, and also, unlike Minecraft, I can take this and I can turn individual blocks back into cobblestone, which is one of my favorite features. Oh, didn't want to do that. Medics are so good for road building. Which, I mean, that's what they're in the game for. Oh. This looks fine. Oh, right, because that's a full. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh. I don't know what tune I'm whistling. Kind of like it. Ah, it's really late, so stream's kind of. I also don't have my co-host with me. My co-host, my girlfriend. Calling her my fucking co-host. So I'm a little low energy right now, but I also want to play Minecraft. And I like showing off this world. And I like building paths. This one's gonna be easier. Oop. I do find it funny how this 164 mod that adds roads is so much nicer than how roads actually work. Because, like, some of the features of how roads were added are great. Like, just being able to use the shovel, you know, that's nice. Some of it isn't. Like, it has to be on ground that has... it has to be on ground that's already got... grass on it, so you can't build it in XYZ place. Oh. Which, my least favorite limitation. Can I get it in between? Yes, I can. Wasn't sure if I could fit it. Tab. Do with, oh, people are talking about tea. Yeah, sorry, I am a tea snob, so personal favorites, I do quite like Earl Grey. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little fancy, I'll make myself a London Fog, which is kind of a tea latte. Oh, the dog names were my girlfriend's idea, Kelly. Because she is a music nerd. So sometimes I make myself a London Fog. Usually I'll drink a loose leaf Twinings, which is not the nicest Earl Grey I have ever had, but it is sufficient, and it is easily available in stores. There's also some tea, I don't know where it's from, but my sibling got me this very lovely tea called, Comtesse something, or Countess something, which is like an Earl Grey. It has the bergamot spices, but it's a green tea variant, and it's really lovely when I want just kind of a lightly citrusy tea, but I don't feel like drinking a black tea. It's truly lovely. Old Minecraft flowers. I put a little sugar in my Earl Grey, but I usually drink it without milk. Unless I'm making myself something fancy. Water first. Why would you ever put milk first in tea? All that does is cool off the water so that it doesn't steep as well. And then if you want to sweeten it, it's too cold to properly melt your sugar. I play and DM in quite a number of games. Currently, I am running a game in a system called Wolves of God, which is set in... well, the system is designed to be played in a... just gonna make a quick... Oh, I also need to make crafting bench. Wait, no, there's a crafting bench down here already. A little further down than I want it, but oh well. I'll just make it a double chest. Make a farming chest down here. What the fuck? Must have had a couple of pieces of wood in my inventory already. That's very strange. Okay. Any interesting stories? The Wolves of God game, none super springing to mind. In other games, let's see. There was the time I rolled 800 d8s of damage. That was Godbound, so it was... And the wonderful thing is, we were playing the system Godbound, where everyone's playing demigods. I just kind of manipulated a specific power and the rules as written way of how a certain enemy variety takes damage. Because So, okay. I'll tell this story. A couple of years back, I was in this group playing the RPG system Godbound. In Godbound, we are playing a bunch of essentially demigods on our way to building ourselves up to the closest we can to being true gods. Technically, if you want to be really technical and you know the system, you're not really gods, but I don't find the difference important enough to speak of. Anyway, I should go inside and sleep because it is night. Technically we weren't gods, but it's not an important distinction, especially not for the purposes of this story. So, we had recently left the land that is essentially fantasy Imperial Russia for a land that is essentially fantasy Ukraine. Note, we were playing in the setting as spoken of in the book. You ass. Good dog. We were playing in Nature 3 God and the Knowledge God who could read fast as hell. No. That was Desire Bro's Tale, which I was not a part of. No. That was a homebrew of some description. This is an actual published system you can go out and buy. It's made by Kevin Crawford, and even if you have no interest in the system itself, it has a whole ton of very, very lovely little setting agnostic tools. But this game. So, we had left Fantasy Russia, Nezdova, for Fantasy Ukraine, the Rakhtin Confederacy, which is, of course, where my character was from. We had returned there because we more or less finished our current business in Nezdova. So, we decided... So, I'd, announce You know, I want to go back to my homeland, and I want to see about uniting the disparate peoples under my banner. Okay. I was playing a God of the Forge. So my powers are determined by words. So my powers were Artifice, Fire, and Might. I believe I later added Leadership in there because I became known as the Uniter for bringing my country back together. Well, I say back together. The Rak'tim Confederacy is a mess that is never unified. So we go to my homeland. And I start things off by deciding, you know, I need some kind of champion here. What's the best way I can determine a champion? Clearly, the best way to determine who the champion of your brand new religion is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm going to go 5 in so that I can have fence outside. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So clearly the best way to determine how you are going to run a brand new religion is to hold a tournament of arms and have the best man, the winner of this competition, become your champion and first proper disciple. So this is what I did. And things were going really well. And as this tournament is coming to a close, and as I am crowning my winner, all of a sudden, from across the street, there is an enormous explosion. And a tower of fire bursts up. And this horrible, hulking, flaming creature starts to move towards the arena, causing horrible amounts of damage. Okay. So we need to fight this thing, clearly. But how? Well, I have the word fire, so of course I run in and I start hitting it. Our god of medicine doesn't really have much he can do. He tries to study it a little, but he can't really find anything of particular import to use against it. And I thought I had some more seeds. Apparently not. The most he can notice is that, you know, this thing is a beast of pure fire. So, clearly, of course, it should have a weakness in water. Not a single one of us present at this fight has any powers relating to water. Oh, have a good night, Mia. Hope I caught that message in time. But yeah, not a single one of us has any powers relating to water. Okay. We may be fucked. I need to move this another one in. Not a single one of us has any powers relating to water. Nope. But at the time, this was before our campaign switched to voice. So, I had a lot of time before my next turn. And I'm looking frantically through my list of powers,
trying to find anything that might help us with this fight. And then, on my sheet, I notice I have the power Artificer, which can transform a 10-foot by 10-foot by 10-foot cube of any physical material into any other physical material. That is the exact wording in the book. So, my DM is going through the rest of the turns, and as he's doing this, I send him a quick message. Hey, is water a physical material? And he takes a moment and he goes, yes, I can't see why it wouldn't be. Cool. And so my turn rolls around, and I send the text for my power, Artificer. And he just freezes for a moment. And I go, okay, so it says here there's some stuff on how to roll damage. Should I do that? Should I do that? And are you just going to add a bonus? Or... And then he just stops me and goes, no. This thing is based on a conflagration. A beast made of pure fire. It doesn't take normal... It will not take damage in the normal way from water. And then a moment later, and I said, okay, so what? He goes, it takes damage by the gallon. Have a good night, Easy Cheese. So at this point, I am, of course, laughing my ass off. Because I am level 5. That is 5. At the time, we all did our math wrong. And that came out to be... We read that as a 50-foot cube, because it's one 10-foot cube per level. But it should actually have been 5 10 feet cubed. Either way, it turned out recently, I found this out through my math nerd girlfriend when I told her this story. Yeah, math nerd, Ben nerd, she's a big nerd. That we rolled damage wrong for this because of how this works. I should not have rolled 874 d8s of damage. I should have rolled at least 10 times that. Either way, this one-shot the creature. The creature that was intended to get more and more dangerous every single round. Rip to the monster, but I'm built different. Literally. And it could hardly damage me either, because I had the word fire and was immune to fire. So as a reward, he gave me a faction bonus, which are pretty important in Godbound because of how faction systems work. A faction bonus against morale, against any fire-related against any fire-related mages. Which, given that this thing was summoned by an entire group of fire-related psychotic hedge mages, that's pretty good. That campaign, it ended on a note that nobody was happy with. I should also plant this. It ended on a note that absolutely nobody was happy with. Because our party started out with me, Jaden, Edgelord, the one who we all keep forgetting exists. And I want to say someone else, or maybe the other person jumped. Oh, and the idiot. I hate to call him the idiot, but he murdered the captain of the guard's son in a town. Because, granted, the guy was gonna betray us, but he murders this guy, and then immediately goes, "Cool, where's the captain of the guard so I can make him my disciple and give him immense amounts of power." When he didn't show up for a couple of sessions, the GM ruled it as simply, he was murdered by the guy who wants him dead. You could literally make a building into lava? Yes. You could do a lot of things with it. Normally, damage dealt with this power being used to deal damage is handled in a very specific way that makes it significantly less overpowered. The only reason it was able to do this much ridiculous damage is because conflagrations specifically take extra damage from water, or take damage completely differently from everything else from water. In no other situation would that have been as useful. Oh no, the creature was supposed to continue spreading, and we were meant to destroy it. Like, we were meant to beat this thing. But it was also meant to have this aura of flame that kept damaging, that kept, like, increasing and doing horrible amounts of damage to all the mortals in the area, because damage is dealt in hit die. As a result, most normal people have very low health. There. As a result, most normal people have incredibly low health. They are not able to withstand stuff like this. But I'm actually going to take some bone meal. I've got a ton of bones. I'm going to take some bone meal and start bone mealing the farm so that I can get more seeds. Old textures. I missed you. I don't like the new... Okay, I like some of the new textures in Minecraft, but others are very weird. The new netherrack texture does not look right to me. As I found out earlier, I don't like the nether update in general. The new wheat... what? God damn it. Quick question, what did that character look like? Because you want to draw something like that. Geez. I never wrote a proper description for him, and I used a placeholder image. He was kind of a large, like, sturdily built man. Because all of these characters were mortals themselves for a while before becoming godbound, he He was a blacksmith before he became a godbound, so he became this very big, strong guy with a really long beard, never seen without his apron, or like almost never seen without his blacksmith's apron. Crafted himself an excellent set of armor. The Nether update made the Nether dangerous again. Oh boy, you don't want to see the Nether in this mod. It's even worse than anything in the Nether update. And the thing being that the Nether update doesn't feel like it made the Nether dangerous again. It just feels like it made the Nether obnoxious. That'll get that growing. I should go grab those eggs so I can see about getting more chickens. Probably have 2 seeds somewhere upstairs. Yeah, the piglins are... The thing that annoys me, I think the thing that annoys me most about the Nether update is that they made a whole bunch of sweeping changes. Also, the new Nether generation feels off to me. But they made a whole bunch of big sweeping updates to a whole bunch of things. And they did this thing that has always been always been present in Minecraft, but not to the degree that it's present in the Nether update, where there are a bunch of things in the Nether update that can and will just kill you with no warning, for reasons that you have no way of figuring out without looking them up. Namely, piglins will murder you if you're not wearing gold armor. And nobody is going to go into the Nether wearing gold armor unless they already know that. Like, everything else is, like, once you know a few basic rules, you can more or less ascertain whether something's going to be dangerous or not. But that particularly is very unfair and very unfun. Those eggs just disappeared. I got 2 eggs earlier. Oh my god, did the chickens kill themselves? Oh, there's 1. Oh, there's all 3. Cool. I think I'll turn this bit in. I think I'll put, like, a new farm up here, probably. Around this kind of courtyard area. I need chickens because I need feathers for padding. I need to make pads so that I can make some plate armor so that I can go into the Nether. Because I could go into the Nether now, but I don't want to die. The Nether is rough in normal Minecraft. It's not the nicest place, mostly due to ghasts and blazes. And this is 1.6.4. The Nether was fairly dangerous at this point. You didn't have a whole lot of tools to protect yourself. Flying wasn't a thing in survival yet. Mine Fantasy added basilisks. which are present in the overworld and are worse in the nether. Ghasts are usually easy to deal with, but when you don't have a way to fly and one sneaks up on you and gets maybe one hit on you when you're doing something a little dangerous, that sucks. They are a danger. They're not super dangerous, but they are a danger. I'm more worried about the basilisks, though. They will actually hurt me for looking at them. That's what the buffalo gun is for. I'm gonna put my hoe and shovel down by the farm. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Grab my axe. Because this tree has been annoying. Like, I want a tree near here, but this one specifically is difficult to deal with. Oh, I hate it when this happens. I did not see yet. I've been kinda here and there lately. Alright, let's drop this here. Wish to forget all about Minecraft and then go explore it as a new player. That could be fun. That's one of the reasons I like mods like this with a whole bunch of processes to them. Because one of the things they do is they kind of... like, figuring out and learning the new things that they add adds a feeling similar to learning Minecraft. At least it does to me. Ooh. I'm gonna start trying to get them over here so that I can have all my stuff in one area, actually. Don't have any more. Terraformacraft. I've heard good things about Terraformacraft. A couple of people way back when called this pack that I built like Terraformacraft Lite. And you know, I feel like that might be the right spot for me. I tried rebuilding something like... I talk about this every time I stream this. I've tried rebuilding something similar with Kitsu's Forgecraft and Primal Core. But Kitsu's just doesn't have the same feeling. God, I just talked about leaving them back over and I just stuck in my seeds. Oh, here we go. Hello, everyone. Come follow me. I have food. I hold the secret. Tiny chicken. Tiny chicken, why must you do this? Like, I tried rebuilding a lot of this pack with Terra Firma, or not Terra Firma, with Kitsu's Forgecraft, Primal Core. I was looking into others. I got a newer version of Growthcraft, Growthcraft Community Edition, that is. And, you know, some of it was good, but some of it just, like, Kitsu's especially feels very wonky. Like, a lot of systems in it just don't work right yet. I was having a lot of trouble with the technique you're supposed to use for steel making and steel working. It just was not... I thought I left them behind for a sec. It just was not working. Like, I was following the guide exactly as it said I should, but I think the guide is for an older edition. And also, there's a couple of items that you need to advance. There's one that you're supposed to use to make a lacquer that so that you can make better tools that you're supposed to be able to you're supposed to be able to use this like stone bowl in kind of a mortar and pestle way to grind up some stuff and then make a lacquer that way. Except NEI doesn't list that item anywhere. I should say, actually, it would be JEI at this point, actually. And because that doesn't list that item anywhere, I have no idea how to get that item, which I might go back and try again. But you need this item, but what you are told is that you can get this item by making a big grinder, and you need this stone, which is sarsen stone, which is a kind of sandstone. So you have to go all the way into the desert to find this stuff. And then you can't mine it without an iron tool. But you can't get an iron tool without mining it, which you're supposed to be able to, but I couldn't figure it out. Whoop. Inga? I think I heard my cat meow. She's a goofy girl. And this is right around the time of morning where she tries to shove herself against the door and meows and scratches at it. She's a sweet girl. Where'd the other... Oh, there he is. Okay. Redstone skill is 2012 colony. Or 2012 colony. 2012 quality. Nice. With the... With redstone is like the new nether for old school players. If you're not informed, you get really frustrated really fast. I've been seeing a bit of that with Kelly's been having some struggles. If you go back to the start of the VOD on this stream, she's been trying to build an automatic harvester method for our... But I just heard a cat. I don't have a cat in game yet. But it... Oh! Meow! Hello, you. How'd you get in here? My door was closed. Hi. Inga. Hey.
Let me pick you up. Let me pick you up, sweetie. No. Okay, flopping is also good. You do have a scritchable belly. You're such a good cat. I was correct. It was Inga. Closed doors do not stop cats. You are correct. Hello, little one. Oh, she just knows how to open my door. Like, she actually figured out how to open my door at one point. If I close it well, she can't get in. But sometimes my door doesn't close all the way, and then she can easily get in. And she knows when it's not closed all the way. Hey, sweetie. Good girl. Come on. Oh, you're a heavy cat. She's getting big. But not in a fat way. Not in a chunk way. I'm gonna move my microphone down. I don't know if you'll be able to hear her. Hi, you. I don't know if you can hear this purr. I'm just gonna pause Minecraft so it doesn't keep... Actually, I'm gonna get my... Nope. I'm gonna try and get myself back up. I'm back into my base and back to day again. To get my crops to continue growing while I pet this cat and talk about how good she is. She doesn't actually... She's not a lap girl, but she'll tolerate me putting her here sometimes. Isn't that right, little Inga? She's got the loudest purr. The microphone doesn't pick it up very well enough, but you can... When she purrs, you can hear her purring across the room. She's one of those cats. Yes, you are. Hi, sweetie. She's like nearing... Let's see, she was half a year old when we got her, and that would have been about 2 Christmases ago? Yeah. You were half a year old then, so you're about 2.5. Maybe you're 3.5, because my sense of time is horrible. Do you think you can squeak for people? Her meow is a squeak. I want her to meow because she squeaks so well. Can you squeak for my YouTube audience? No? Are you content to purr and be scratched? I think she's content to purr and be scratched. Hi. Yeah, you. She mostly meows when I'm not giving her attention. Specifically, when I'm not giving her attention between the hours of 3 and 9 in the morning. No. 3 and 7 in the morning. 7 o'clock, she's been fed. She's content, and she's been fed, and other people are awake. So she's gonna ignore everyone. She's gonna go to her cat tree. She's gonna curl up in one of the nests. And she's just gonna ignore everyone. And if you try to scratch her, she'll tolerate it. If she's wandering around, she's just gonna run away because she's not interested. But at 3 in the morning, oh, she wants all of the scritches. All of the pets. Meowing is a learned social behavior. This is correct. It is initially used with kittens, because kittens' ears have not developed well enough to hear the normal noises that cats use to communicate. But because we never get the opportunity to hear those noises, and they know that we hear the meowing, they'll keep making that noise. But normally they stop making that noise when they're much older.
you want me to give you a treat, sweetie? I think Inga wants a treat. I've got the bag on my desk. Oh, do you know what I'm getting? Do you know what I'm fishing out of all these wires? The bag's not even open. Her face is going pointy. Like, she folds her ears back and her nose starts twitching, and it's so weird. She doesn't really change. She's so curious now. Hi. Hi. Do you smell this? Hi. No, you're not allowed to claw at my hand for your treat. I'll set it down in front of... No, I'll set it down in front of you, sweetie. Please move your face out of the way. Good girl. Cat ASMR. Yep. Do you want to lick my fingers clean? No biting my finger. Don't bite my fingers. Don't bite my fingers. My fingers won't taste good. A fun fact, I talk to my cat this way even when I'm not on stream. I just talk to this cat because she's a weirdo. Oh, hi. Hi. No, aw. She done. She had her treat. She's okay. She's done. She has had enough attention. Although, in actuality, there's a tiny hole in the wall by my door. She's gonna stare at that for a little bit. Then she's gonna come back, she's gonna circle my chair, and she's gonna meow like crazy. And she's gonna leave. Then she's gonna be done. She's gonna leave. More natural. I love my cat. I've got another cat that's Inigo, but he doesn't like me very much. Oh, was that not? That wasn't ready. Oh, I don't want to look at how to make dragon fire plate. There's dragons in this. Oh, damn. This will eventually regrow, but I can get it quicker, or refill, but I can get it quicker by doing that. So I'm realizing the best course would probably be to do rows in this direction of different crops. Because doing this isn't great because of the way crop growth works. And then over this, geez, there's not much I could grow over top of this. I could get a few things going, but I also need to make rope, and I need to make fences so that I can grow grapes and hops. Okay. I don't know where all my chickens went. They all ran off. Oh, there's one of them. There we go. There's another adult chicken. Hello? What? They all ran off. Crop mechanics, Rogel Dorn's favorite. No. That is the building mechanic. For how else are you to make a fortress that creepers cannot assault? All of my chickens just wandered off. Annoyed. There's one. Where'd the other several go? Oop, there's another. Alright, come down, come down, come on down, come on down. They yeeted themselves into the warp. But I needed those chickens. Have a good night, Chris. I was expecting to go into the Nether tonight, but then I remembered chickens. Oh, wait, right. So, fence is this, and then this, right? No, that's gate. So we can make 8. One more. Actually, 2 more. There we go. What? How do you make fence at this point? Oh, it's just sticks. The weird way of making fences is new. I knew it felt wrong. I don't need all of these, so I'm going to turn most of these back into... Oh shit, it's night again. I was so distracted by cat, I did not realize. Just gonna place these here. I don't have torches in my inventory. Of course I don't. Okay, gonna down the rest of this victory. Wait, I will when I get back in here and sleep. Too much left for me to properly down it. Alphabusa should be making a Rogel Dorn mini-series. I'm so focused on how Rogel Dorn says no that I don't remember how he says yes. one is enough for me to start. Oh, I should also make a. Excuse me. I should also make a gate. Wait. Actually, I don't want to do this down here. I want to do this back up here. Yeah, we'll level this out. No, I don't really... Oh, stretch this a little bit. So many stacks of dirt that this should work just fine. Technically, I could do the checkerboard pattern, but I hate doing the checkerboard pattern. Hello, pig. Do you want to be trapped in my new animal farm? I know, we'll name you Napoleon. He says yes with excitement, but very vanilla excitement. I see. That's a good description of... It's a good description of Rogel Dorn's voice, and it's such a good voice. You will not touch the boy. I'm putting too much nasal on it, and I'm not making the voice deep enough. That's my problem. There we go. There. Dorn saying yes. Okay. I'll have to check that out later. I always feel like I'm starting to hear the tune of something when I'm placing blocks, and just a moment ago I started to hear fucking Megalovania of all songs. You know what? I'm gonna do something silly. I am gonna make a whole bunch of fences. Nobody even commenting that I was talking about naming the pig Napoleon. SMH my head. Alright, so I'm gonna encircle, well, I think I'm gonna need more fences, jeez. I'm gonna encircle this with fences, and then I'm gonna use the fence to kind of cordon off bits. So should have named it Officer Porky. No, Napoleon is from, Napoleon is the pig from Animal Farm. The one who betrays the farm and turns into a fascist. Not to be confused with Snowball, who is great and actually trying to make things work. And the reason Snowball doesn't take control is because he's not a fascist, so the fascist pushes him out of power as quickly as he can when he realizes that this one's an actual threat to him staying in power. Yeah, Animal Farm isn't one of the things you read a lot. And the funniest thing about it is that it's frequently referred to as being an anti-communist book, mostly by contemporary folks, when in reality it's specifically an anti-Soviet book, because Orwell fought in the Spanish Civil War, and Orwell himself was a democratic socialist, but he specifically aligned himself with a group that was with a socialist group during the Spanish Civil War in the 30s, I think. Lead up to World War II, so probably the 30s. He specifically allied himself with a group that wasn't Soviet-backed because he viewed the Soviet Union as, under Stalin specifically, as a fascist group with different marketing, which they basically were, as opposed to an actual proper socialist or communist group of any description. Yeah, and I'll move this inside the fence. Which is one of the reasons Orwell worked for, Orwell actually did work for one of the British intelligence agencies during World War II. And oh boy, did he hate a lot of people there. One of the possible inspirations for Big Brother was one of his bosses. Like, the name comes from somewhere specific, but the character of Big Brother comes from one of his bosses who he really, really hated. I think I may, yeah. This bit, if I cordon it off, this will be my there we go. And one of the reasons, like, he got the idea for Big Brother was, like, he had to publish some very similar things to the whole, like, to the 1984 kind of Ministry of Truth because it was the war. And keeping up the morale of the people was deemed far more important than telling them what was actually going on. Hello, buddy. Goodbye, buddy. George Orwell was so interesting. I highly recommend, like, reading a biography on him, or, like, even just glancing at his Wikipedia page. Because everyone remembers him for, or everyone remembers a number of his books, but I honestly think, like, there's some elements of his books that are very dated and, they can still be very interesting, but they can be difficult reads due to largely the era in which they were published. But a biography of him, yep, Homage to Catalonia. Because Catalonia, Spain. I want your string. I have not read it myself, but I've heard some very good things about it. It is specifically about his time during the Spanish Civil War. Move this back up here. Gonna need to make a couple more fence gates. I think instead of doing this, I may take... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Might actually move the chicken pen to this. Yeah, I'm gonna move this to the chicken, to being the chicken pen. This is gonna be for sheep, I think. I'm only gonna keep chicken. Oh, I should also keep. Well, no. I mean, I would like to keep cows as well, but I don't actually need to, because other things produce leather. Granted, it would be very helpful for... Hey, chickens. Hi. Move. Hello. Yes. This way. I hold your favorite meal. Come on. Out. Come on. Let's put this down before this starts despawning, I guess. Oh, no, you fucking don't. Oh, are you kidding me? Chickens, why? Why do you hate me? Is it because I intend to murder you for your feathers? No? Come on. There we go. All of you. This way. You too. time. Come on. Now you feel like following me. Yep. Yep, that's the way. Come on in. Come on in. Water's fine. Come on. Good chicken. Come on in. That's a good chicken. Last one. Come on. Come on. He's staring at me. He's stuck. The AI in this game is not good. It has improved massively in the last couple of years. I will give them that. Go. Now we have a small chicken farm. Oh, come on. There we go. I left my shovel in here. Oh, and I gotta fill this back up. Let's see. Freshman year. Anthem by Ayn Rand. Ugh. At least your teacher had some idea of what Ayn Rand was really about. I've had teachers who didn't, and those aren't fun. They just, like, are totally unaware that Ayn Rand is just being absolutely horrible. I've met people who really like Ayn Rand, and like, apparently have actually read her books instead of, like, just being aware of them through cultural osmosis. And, like, I don't know how anyone can manage that. I don't know how it's possible to sit through any of her books. Teacher was completely unaware of Rand's philosophy. Yep. Oh, God. But I've met people who've legitimately, like, read Ayn Rand. Oh, I met one dude who had read Ayn Rand and was, like, also thought she was this totally unknown author and was going, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Ayn Rand, but, like, she had some really good ideas. And I'm just sitting there like, buddy, are we talking about the same author here? Like, I mean, she was fascinating. I think the funniest, this is going to sound cruel. I think the funniest thing about Ayn Rand is that following her own philosophy, she died penniless and more or less alone. And that is a very cruel thing to say about anyone. But the irony of that compared to her philosophy is very, very funny to me. They're a masochist's favorite. Oh, yeah. That's a good description. I have met some people who truly like reading terrible books. Oh, Kelly turned me on to this podcast called Behind the Bastards, and I haven't gotten around to listening to too many episodes yet. But the episodes that I have listened to on my own, which I started listening to them while she was visiting, but the episode I've listened to the one that's come out since then, are them reading Ben Shapiro's horrible fiction novel, which, like, every sentence in that awful book is an example your high school English teacher would pull out to show you how not to write a sentence. On top of that, the story structure is bad. On top of that, he doesn't understand how people speak to each other. On top of that, it's horribly racist and sexist and Islamophobic. But it's so incredibly funny to hear anyone with an ounce of good sense talk about it, because it's hilarious to just hear people start trying to pick apart the lack of reasoning that went into that book. Like, there's points where he tries to make points about his political views, and instead of using any legitimate criticisms or anything of the sort, he writes the reason that his views are bad, but writes them in such a way that it's clear he thinks they're good things. Oh, hi. Inga wants more attention. I don't know if you can hear her meows. Hi, cat. God, that novel is so bad. Hey, Luna, I think I already said hi, but also I am a forgetful mess and I can't remember. So I want to cover my bases because I don't want to be rude. But yeah, this is like, it started as a talk about a good author and then turned into making fun of several really bad authors. We were just talking about Ben Shapiro's horrible novel. Hey, what's up? She's rubbing up against my legs. Oh, hi. Hello, good cat. Belly, 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 belly. She's showing off her belly for belly rubs. She does have a very distinct way in which she does that, as opposed to the way where she shows off her belly because she wants your hand. She wants the taste of hands. Tasty, tasty human hands. She's secretly that character from Llamas with Hats. I don't think that one's actually ready. Whoops. Wait, I am going to open a second beer. I'm gonna go with the Troganator now. Pusik. Pusik is a good name. But Carl, that kills people. Yeah, but sometimes you have a hungering for hands. Interesting flavor. Not my favorite beer, but different than I was expecting. Good. Actually, I should have drank some water first. God. I saw someone write about the last Llamas with Hat, or the last few episodes of Llamas with Hats. I made some really interesting points about how, like, there's a big gap between the bit where, I can't remember his name, the other llama leaves Carl, and how there's this big difference between that episode and the episodes after. I just sipped on water, but I just finished a Victory, one of Victory's seasonal ones, the Hazy Wheat Ale, which is okay. I like their other one better, which has some cranberry flavorings in it. But now I'm sipping on a Troganator, which is a Trogs Brewing Double Bock. It is probably their most well-known / most popular beer. Both Victory and Trogs are local, in quotation marks, breweries. They're Pennsylvania breweries, and because they're based in this state, they are considered local and are super popular in this state. Oh, I did not mean to do... No, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how I managed to do that either. Alright. I need a few more... Yep. I have some bone meal too. Gonna take half these bones, make more bone meal, because I need... more of these. Oh. Another one popped out. Okay. Starting to get a reasonable food stockpile too, instead of the apples, which have been all I have had to eat for a very long time now. Those are ready. These are going to be great, because these are fast growing, and I'm growing a whole bunch of them. I'm going to surround the center with rice. Just like the meat dragon. I'm not familiar? with that? The what? I'm sorry? Finish these two off. I'm gonna turn this into rows because they grow faster in rows like this. Carrots are coming in nicely. Actually, I'm going to grow these differently. I'm going to grow these in a row between the wheat. Actually, no. I don't think I need as many carrots, so I'm going to grow them here and on the other side. Then I'm going to use this for grapes and this for hops when I get them. Hey, first of us. Have to refill this water bucket, but oh well. Doesn't really matter. It's just a bucket. Can do that whenever. Man, my goal tonight was to get like a whole bunch of work done, but instead, no, I mean, a farm is good work. A farm is also work that I've wanted to do, and it's been a chill stream as a result, and I like that. What are some other terrible books we can all riff on for a bit? Fuck. Where's my phone? Jeez, it's over on my bed. Hold on a second, because I have a tab open on that book. It's right here. A tab open on that book. No, a book open in a tab in my browser on my phone. Okay. This is the longest stream you've been up for. The longest you've been on stream in a night? Yeah. Alright. Here's my Firefox. Yeah, it's a bad book, but it's also a little bit too... Its subject matter is just a little bit too much for me. No, I have a terrible book in another... I'm just... Oh, was that a... I thought I heard an arrow. Must be hearing things. Oh, I should start leading some sheep over. I've got wheat. While I do that, I'm going to open up this horrible book in this browser tab. My phone's case has a lovely little stand. It's taken a moment to load. I'm not really sure why, because it's just text. It shouldn't take that long. Oh, this is bothering me. This little outcrop here. Chapter 1. Oh, wait. I'm just going to open reader mode. It's not going to change a whole lot. It's just going to make it more readable. Oh, yeah, that's a much nicer format. The site doesn't have ads or anything. It's just in a... It's formatted so that this reads like a book online. Oh, this really bad fantasy book from the 70s that's meant to be read at parties? The weather-beaten trail wound ahead into the dust-racked climes of the barren land, which dominates large portions of the Norgolian Empire. Does it start something like that? Does this horrible book happen to be by a man whose last name is Thighs? Because that might just be the book that I just opened up on my phone. The Eye of Argon by Jim Thighs. Who tried, like, this book is terrible. But a little context to what this book is really important, because it's kind of fascinating more than it is, like, laughable. Because it was not published in a magazine or anything. Or it wasn't published in, like, a book or one of the big sci-fantasy magazines. It was published in a fanzine by, like, a young author who was, like, 16 at the time, I think. Who was writing his, you know, first novel, and he was writing it on a typewriter in the 70s that had a bunch of typographical errors that made, like, on top of the misspellings and on top of everything else, the weirdness with the typewriter made things even worse. I'm going to put you in here. Get in here. Get in here, you dumb cow. Put that. Oh, actually, I can use the... I'm still going to use that, actually. Is it about a barbarian? Why, yes, it is. What's it? Grognar, I think? Welcome back, Meowcat. We're reading The Eye of Argon. This cow is frozen. I love Easy Cheese's reaction of, oh no. No, I should wait until Kelly's on stream again. I'm probably going to drag her on again tonight. So, like, do redstone stuff, maybe go on an adventure, and just casually build. But, like, so The Eye of Argon, it was published in a fanzine. It wasn't published in a big sci-fi or fantasy magazine. It wasn't a book. It was a fanzine. And it had all these typographical errors because of the way it was printed. Because it was, like, some awful typewriting setup in the 70s. So a lot of its really egregious errors are significantly more forgivable when you're aware of these things. And, like, oh, come on. I almost feel bad for Jim Thighs. Also feel bad that his name is Jim Thighs. Because that sure is a name. Oh, wait, that's a carrot. Just need this again. Hey, chickie boy. What you doing out of here? What you doing out of your pen? Good, chickie. Wait. Once that's full. Okay, you're just dying. I also need sheep because I need the wool. Frosty the snow cow. Frosty the snow cow. God. Almost want to write more lyrics. Fuck it. So I have was just, I just, just thought of singing, so of course I just thought of something else. But one of the things I've been doing for voice training, which I kind of keep slipping in and out, is one thing that helps me get into voices is to pick a song and to sing it with a couple of bits of tone and inflection that I want to try and pick up. And it really helps me like figure out where my voice is at and what kind of songs. Because Jimmy's got them thighs. It's spelled Theis, I will say. But it's, yeah. It's such an unfortunate name. Also, like, very sadly, he passed away, very, like, surprisingly young. He was only, like, in his, I think, 40s at most. It's really quite depressing, honestly. Oop, I didn't mean to use that. Should not have been just wandering around with that out. But it's really, like, quite sad. But yeah, he wrote it when he was like 16, and he wrote it on a horrible typing setup. So like it's hard to blame him for how bad the book came out with all of that in mind. Oh, there's the feathers. Cause like, imagine if you had never written a book before, you didn't have spell check, you had to write it on this weird typewriter that kept indenting your paragraphs 5 times, which, fun fact, that is an actual typographical error that kept cropping up, because that's how his typewriter acted. It just kept, like, some letters were out of alignment. There was some horrible shit with the with the indenting. Every time there's an indent, it like every new paragraph, it indents 5 times. And there's no way somebody did that on purpose. Some bits are faded and filled in strangely. God, it's such a, like, the writing isn't the only problem that book had. I remember I initially listened to it, geez, would have been about 2016, maybe 2015, I think closer to 16. At the time, I was a really, really big fan of Let's Drown Out with Gabriel Morton and Yahtzee Croshaw of the same Yahtzee Croshaw as Zero Punctuation. And at the time, I really enjoyed their Let's Drown Out podcast-ish thing, where they would they described themselves as a 3-man comedy duo, or a 3-man comedy duo where they had an idiot and the idiot was the game they were playing. So they'd explicitly pick like really bad games, really boring games, and they'd riff on them a bit. It was really fun at the time. I cannot recommend going back to it because there's a mix of bits that are just very strange and has some very poorly chosen words, to say the least, and bits where they're just flat out kind of being awful. Where did I put my leather down there? I think I did. So I would have a very hard time recommending it now, as much more than a pastiche of media that I listened to in 2016. It gets harder to re-listen to some of the episodes every year. this... Either way, not what I was bringing them up to. What I was bringing them up for was, they did a read-through bit of, the Eye of Argon. It initially started as a, you know what, let's not do a game this week, let's just read the Eye of Argon. But when they didn't finish it in one go, they turned it into every time you die in Dark Souls 2, you have to read a segment of the Eye of Argon. I fully understand it being very hard to listen to anything you were into in a certain time period. The basic 2016 is basically that for me. I grew up a lot. Let's see. Hold on. I need pads. Hold on, wait. So I need 24 padded things. Each one of these needs a piece of padding. I don't know. Okay, it makes 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6. It's going to be 3. No, come on. Feathers. There. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Need more string. More wool, which I hope I have somewhere. I think I have somewhere. I'm trying to think of things that I was really into around that time that didn't get awful. How intense is my 40k lore? I wouldn't call my lore knowledge intense. I'd say I have overall cursory knowledge with weirdly in-depth knowledge in specific places. Like I've read through the first 7 books. Yeah, 7 books of Gaunt's Ghosts. I distinctly remember 7 being a number that I stopped at. If you've read Gaunt's Ghosts up through book 7, and you remember which book 7 is, you know exactly why I stopped. You can feel my brain lagging with how long I've been awake. It's less so how long I've been awake, because I woke up at 8 p.m. last night. So at this point, it's more like being awake at about 7 at night for a normal person. But I work night shifts. I worked at 7. So it's more like someone who woke up at 8, hitting about 8 o'clock at night. It's more that I'm on my second beer. Oop. And I am a little rambly. I mean, I'm a little rambly in general. Just more so once I've had a couple of beers. Oop, there's a sheep. Could have sworn I had more wool. You see the taint? So do I. I think I turned off taint tick in, Hey, sheepy. Come on. I think I turned off taint tick in the config, but also I didn't do that until after I started this world, so there may be some already present in the world. Actually, I know there's some already present in the world because I've encountered it. Whoops. I don't want these flowers, honestly. No. I honestly wish there was more use for... Oh, geez, right, lava. Had not occurred to me that I live by a volcano. Hold Minecraft AI. An Argon stream would be really fun. I should do that. I should just get a bunch of friends together and read Eye of Argon. Just get a bunch of friends together, have a few drinks at the ready, because Eye of Argon gets funnier if everybody is a little bit drunk, and that makes it a lot easier for them to just start laughing at the awful writing. Fuck. But, well, granted, I have a few friends who are just sober. They just don't have any interest in drinking, which who I would also like to at least invite to an Argon stream. Actually, some who have no interest in drinking, some who don't drink for medical reasons. I have a friend who gets seizures, and yeah, don't take seizure meds and drink, because that's a really bad idea. They are not things that you should mix at all. So I didn't even know he took them until fairly recently, because I didn't know until we had both turned. Let's place this. That works too. Okay. Oh no. I don't have a pickaxe on me, of course. Just like with anxiety meds, yep. Oh, I know people who do drink and take anxiety meds, and that might depend on which anxiety meds you're on. Or it might not, and they're just making terrible, terrible life choices. I've been on like 3 different tangents, and I don't remember where I started. Oh. Okay, so I need 2 more feathers. I need less feathers than I thought I would. Should actually be able to get the rest I need with another chicken murder. Where did my bucket go? I mean, it'll fill up naturally eventually, but it's just better to have it. That's got 2 feathers. That's enough. Yep. Perfect. I actually don't need feathers again until I'm making... Sorry, moving my microphone.
I don't need feathers again until I'm making another better suit of plate armor, which is going to be a while. Started with horrible books, and started reading Eye of Argon. Then I talked about Yahtzee Croshaw. Then we started talking about drinking with anxiety meds. Yeah, sounds about right. All right, things that we watched in 2016 that are not watchable now. Let's Drown Out is definitely one of them. Oddly enough, like media, there's some media that I've come across recently that is from that era. That's actually quite good. Any of Tom Scott's panel show groups are really lovely, honestly. It's kind of great. Like, oh, if you're wondering why this is here, I needed something initially to keep the dogs still, otherwise they were climbing out. Now it's to keep him still, because I don't have a lead to tie him up. Okay, so wait, no, I want to turn this into. Okay, so I need plate. That's one. So I need 24. So that's one plate for each. So I need 24 normal plates. It's 12. I could have sworn that I had more and that I'd finished production of those, but apparently not. I was working on that off stream, so I'm not actually sure. Why isn't this heating? What? There we go. That was very weird. I think it was because I put the oak in there. You're not supposed to use oak, and I forgot that. I think I put the slag in a different chest by mistake. Or possibly panic. Nope. Hey, Wizard Gamer, do I have inventory pet mods? No. Or inventory pets mod? No, I do not. That is not a mod that I've heard of. Put this in here. This in here. Also this, and this. 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 Take this back. Okay, so now what do I think about a normal planet that is actually a creation of the warp? The warp does some pretty strange shit, so it's not definitely not the weirdest thing in 40K. There's my sand. I have a piece of regular. There it is. Okay. Do not remember. It's another 4. So I need to do that 2 more times to finish with this. There. I'd initially meant to start this off by making my steel armor. But I think instead, I'm going to be finishing this by putting on my steel armor. So now I've got this. So let's take a look. Pants, helmet, boots, and then pants. Curved plate. Yeah, I do need more regular plates. Okay, so I definitely need more steel. I don't remember how much, though. Oh, there's my... There we go. Sorry I haven't really done too much this stream. I would have liked to go to the Nether. I just realized I don't even have a portal. But I've got the encrusted pickaxe. Wait, do I have the... I think I have the obsidian. Put it somewhere. No. I made an encrusted pickaxe and I didn't bother actually. No, there's going to be 3 left over. Hey, Mumpy. Oh, I did not mean to do that. What? There. Alright, let's get this all out real quick. Oh, and that one's not workable now, of course.
So, pants. Steel plate leggings. Oh, I'm gonna sleep, so things don't start spawning all over. There we go. Next, helmet. I think I might have made enough curved and definitely made enough padded. Okay. Gonna need more regular plate, definitely. Say, wait, no. So then this is like this, I think. Or like that. I don't want to accidentally get them lower durability, so I'm gonna, yep. Now, this, I need two. So I think I did make enough of that. Cool, and I just need 2 more steel to make everything I need. I should also make some steel weaponry, because I've got ornate stuff. But that stuff breaks fairly easily, and it's only good against the undead, which surprisingly few enemies that I'm facing right now are. Yeah, hell yeah. Look at me with my full metal equipment. Moving slow as fuck. This is the benefit of wearing lighter armors. You don't move this slowly. But with that finished, I'm gonna make a steel spear. So that's only gonna take 3. It's gonna be over here. 1, 2,
3. Strong hafts. How many of that do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need... Where did I put my weak glue? Because I've only got 1? Jeez. Okay. Flux is back here, I think. No? Oh, I put it over here. It's 1 flux to 2. So. Or 2 flux to 1. Or is it 3 flux to 1? Oh, I think it's 3. No? Oh, it's 1 to 1. Cool. Got the perfect amount then. All right. I'm almost done, and geez, I've barely done anything. Still need 1 more. And I definitely want more for other things. Oh, wait, right. I got more planks over here. So definitely 1 more for the spear. Let's put away my needle. Oh, I need this. This helmet, I guess, can go in here. I think I picked it up from something. I don't know what, actually. Should make an armor stand, actually. That'll hold my... Yeah, Steel Spear does 7.8 damage, has 3 reach, and joust. The spear I'm using right now has 6.6 damage because it's made out of silver and gold, 3 reach and joust, and slower attack speed as well. But this lights undead mobs on fire, which is its benefit. So skeletons and zombies are lit on fire and die in basically 1 hit if you can wait a bit, definitely in 2. This will kill a lot of things in 1. And also still gives me the 3 block reach. Either way, I would say that I'm properly kitted out now, because this is definitely my primary weapon, and then I've still got an ornate for most. For other mobs, so I think I'm done for the night. I meant to go adventuring into the Nether and such, but I just don't think... I want to go to bed, honestly. So I don't think that's going to be doable tonight. Oh, and joust, by the way. Let me just get down the hill. I were to run into... Oh, here we go. I can run full tilt into one. It'll show a bit better. Ah, that's a shame. Didn't show what I wanted it to show. And he teleports back up. It transfers the damage of your horse moving into damage, or it transfers the momentum of the horse that you're using. Isn't that Minecraft, you wanting to do one thing and ending up doing something completely different? You know, that's fair. That's a really good point. I don't think I've ever played a Minecraft world where everything has gone as planned, and I don't think I ever want to. Granted, that is mostly because I don't have a plan, and if everything went as planned, nothing would happen. Do I think I'm going to stream my nether trip? Whenever I play this world next, I think I'll go back into the mines to get some obsidian. I'll start building. You might see that I've got this little doorway down here that isn't really fleshed out. No, it's down here. This is going to be the entrance to a big cavern home. I'm going to turn that into like a mountain tower with balconies, and then I'm going to turn my outpost on top into something or other up there. And it's going to be really cool, but I'm also going to build a nether portal room somewhere. I'm going to quit before I die. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for joining me on the 3 streams that I've done tonight. I'm going to bed. It's been really fun hanging out with everyone though, and I hope I can get back to this world soon enough, but also like I'm really enjoying my other world with Kelly, and I'm having a ton of fun exploring it with her, and building cool shit and seeing her cool redstone creations. So no promises I'll be back to this one super soon. Have a good night, everyone.